Have you ever wondered about the incredible stories and rich cultures that have shaped our world for thousands of years? Imagine living in harmony with nature, mastering ancient technologies and passing down wisdom through generations. Get ready to uncover mind-blowing facts about indigenous peoples that will leave you amazed and inspired. Welcome to Zane Facts Channel. Here we dive deep into the most fascinating and intriguing stories from history, science, and culture. Today, we're exploring the astonishing history and vibrant cultures of indigenous peoples from around the world. From their ingenious technologies and spiritual beliefs to their resilience and environmental stewardship, this video is packed with incredible facts that will broaden your horizons. If you love discovering amazing facts and learning about diverse cultures, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us bring you more captivating content. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's dive in and explore the extraordinary world of indigenous peoples together. Origins and migration. Theories about the migration of indigenous peoples to various continents suggest multiple routes and timeframes. The most widely accepted theory is the Bering Land Bridge, which posits that during the last ice age between 50,000 and 10,000 years ago, humans migrated from Siberia to Alaska across a land bridge called Beringia. This migration happened in waves, possibly as early as 16,000 years ago, with evidence suggesting a coastal route down the Pacific coast. Additionally, archaeological findings such as those at Monte Verde in Chile support the coastal migration theory, indicating human presence in South America even earlier than in North America. The Bering Land Bridge was exposed due to lower sea levels during the last ice age. Some indigenous oral histories suggest their ancestors have been in the Americas since time immemorial, offering an alternative to scientific theories. Ancient technologies. Indigenous peoples have demonstrated remarkable ingenuity in their technological advancements. The Inca, for instance, built Machu Picchu using sophisticated engineering techniques that accounted for seismic activity, showcasing their advanced understanding of architecture and geology. In North America, the Three Sisters agricultural system, corn, beans, and squash, exemplifies an innovative approach to sustainable farming, with each plant supporting the other's growth. The Incas' terracing techniques allowed them to farm on steep mountain slopes. The Three Sisters method improves soil fertility and reduces pests naturally. Spiritual beliefs and practices. Indigenous spiritual beliefs are deeply rooted in nature. The Aboriginal Australians' Dreamtime stories describe the creation of the world and the ancestors' journeys, serving as both spiritual guides and practical lessons. Similarly, shamanistic practices among indigenous groups often involve connecting with the spirit world to heal and gain wisdom. Dreamtime stories are passed down orally and are central to Aboriginal culture. Shamans in various cultures use trance states induced by drumming, dancing, or plant medicines to communicate with the spirit world. Traditional medicines. Indigenous knowledge of traditional medicines is vast and profound. Native plants have been used for centuries to treat ailments, and many of these practices are now being validated by modern science. For example, willow bark, used by various indigenous groups for pain relief, contains salicin, a precursor to aspirin. Amazing facts. The knowledge of medicinal plants is often passed down through generations via oral tradition. Many modern pharmaceuticals are derived from compounds originally used in traditional indigenous medicines. Art and symbolism. Indigenous art is rich in symbolism and cultural significance. Maori tattoos, known as tamoko, tell personal stories and denote social status, while Navajo sand paintings are used in healing rituals, depicting sacred symbols and narratives. Amazing facts. Each tamoko tattoo is unique to the individual, reflecting their life story. Navajo sand paintings are destroyed after the ritual, symbolizing the temporary nature of human life. Oral histories and legends. Oral histories play a crucial role in preserving indigenous cultures. Creation myths, such as those of the Haudenosaunee, explain the origins of the world and teach moral lessons. Famous indigenous storytellers like the Inuit elder Kaunak Mikigak have helped keep these traditions alive. Amazing facts. Haudenosaunee creation myths feature Sky Woman who fell to earth and created the land. Oral histories are often accompanied by songs, dances, and ceremonies to enhance memory retention. The arrival of Europeans had devastating effects on indigenous populations, including disease, land seizure, and cultural suppression. Smallpox and other diseases decimated communities, while treaties often resulted in the loss of traditional lands and resources. Amazing facts. It is estimated that up to 90% of some indigenous populations were wiped out by diseases brought by Europeans. Many treaties were broken or ignored, leading to further displacement and hardship for indigenous peoples. Despite the hardships of colonization, indigenous peoples have shown remarkable resilience. Leaders like Tecumseh and Sitting Bull resisted colonization, and modern movements like Idle No More advocate for indigenous rights and environmental protection. Amazing facts: Tecumseh envisioned a united indigenous confederacy to resist European encroachment. Idle No More, started in 2012, has grown into a global movement for indigenous rights. Efforts to revive and preserve indigenous languages and traditions are ongoing. Programs to teach indigenous languages in schools and the work of contemporary indigenous artists help keep these cultures vibrant and relevant. Amazing facts. The Maori language revival in New Zealand includes immersion schools known as Kura Kaupapa Maori. Indigenous artists like Norval Morrisseau and Ojibwe have gained international recognition for their work. Environmental stewardship. Indigenous communities have long practiced sustainable living and environmental stewardship. Traditional ecological knowledge, or TEK, is increasingly recognized for its value in modern conservation efforts. For example, controlled burns by Aboriginal Australians help manage ecosystems and reduce wildfire risks. Amazing facts. TEK includes detailed knowledge of local ecosystems, species behaviors, and seasonal cycles. Indigenous managed lands often have higher biodiversity than non-Indigenous managed lands. Music and dance. Music and dance are integral to Indigenous cultures, used in ceremonies, storytelling, and social gatherings. Traditional instruments like the didgeridoo of Aboriginal Australians and the powwow drum of Native Americans have deep cultural significance. Amazing facts. The didgeridoo, traditionally made from eucalyptus wood, is used in ceremonial music. Powwow drums are considered sacred and are often made from buffalo hide. Housing and architecture. Indigenous housing varies widely, from the igloos of the Inuit to the longhouses of the Iroquois. These structures are adapted to local climates and resources, demonstrating ingenious use of available materials. Amazing facts. Igloos are made from blocks of compressed snow and can be surprisingly warm inside. Longhouses could house multiple families and were centers of social and political life. Cuisine and agricultural practices. Indigenous cuisine includes a variety of traditional foods, many of which are now staples worldwide. Corn, potatoes, and tomatoes were first domesticated by indigenous peoples and have become essential to global diets. Amazing facts: the Andes region, home to the Inca, is where potatoes were first cultivated. Maize or corn was developed from a wild grass called teosinte in Mexico. Clothing and adornments. Traditional clothing and adornments are rich in cultural significance. Materials like animal hides, plant fibers, and shells are used to create garments and jewelry that tell stories and signify social status. Amazing facts. Inuit clothing made from caribou hide is incredibly insulating, vital for surviving Arctic winters. Beadwork is a prominent feature in many indigenous cultures, with intricate designs representing various aspects of life and spirituality. Educational systems. Indigenous educational systems emphasize hands-on learning and the passing of knowledge through elders. Storytelling, apprenticeships, and ceremonies are key methods of teaching and preserving cultural heritage. Amazing facts. The role of elders in Indigenous education is paramount, providing wisdom and guidance. Many Indigenous languages are taught through immersion programs to ensure cultural continuity.